What's up, everybody? It's Impact Wrestling star, the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers, and check out rosesexcellence.com.
Hi everyone, I'm here at the Mississauga Awesome Toy Show, and Brian Myers is here. Hi Brian.
Hello, how are you? What's going on?
How are you enjoying the toy show so far?
It's cool. I'm just finishing up my signing, and I'm looking forward to shopping a little bit and looking around.
Yeah, anything in particular you're looking for?
No, it's hard to answer. My interests are too all over the place, and I'm always shopping for my two little girls too, and they like all kinds of weird stuff too, so you never know.
Okay, are they into wrestling?
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's their favorite wrestler?
Bianca Belair. Yeah. So, through them, I've watched a lot of women's wrestling in the past year, and Bianca Belair is pretty awesome. So I'm okay with that. She's incredible.
Okay. I was watching your toy room in the vlog, and you have like a collection of a New York Mets baseball. So you're a big baseball fan too. So what do you like better, wrestling or baseball?
No, wrestling's my first love for sure. But yeah, I have other interests. It's just healthy to, not be so consumed by wrestling, even though I am. But I've discovered wrestling when I was 5, and I've been in love with it ever since. So it'll always be number one.
Okay.
Not to mention it is like my livelihood, and it's more than just a hobby. It's been doing it 19 years. Yeah.
So I know a lot of wrestling friends that like wrestling, they love watching wrestling. They'll watch the wrestling shows, but they don't collect any figures.
Yeah.
What made you interested in collecting figures?
I kind of found WWF toys and the WWF television show at the same time, so it kind of was a gateway to my fandom. So I've always collected and I've always watched, so it kind of just went hand in hand. It just kind of worked out that way. Yeah. And people that don't collect, I get it, but when it's crazy to me, Dolph Ziggler's a good friend of mine. He doesn't have one of his action figures, not one. And I'm you gotta care a smidge. That's crazy to me. Yeah.
Okay. From your collection of wrestling figures, what's your holy grail?
I collect WWF Hasbro's autographed by people, so there's a lot of, unfortunately, deceased guys that I'm going to be looking for probably for the rest of my life, Texas Tornado, Andre the Giant, ones I've never even seen before.
I saw in your tour room you had a picture of Brett and a picture, a signed picture, and then I think also a Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Who's your favorite wrestler, Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels?
If I had to choose, Shawn Michaels I'm leaning towards the one I would be my favorite. But I loved them both as a kid. That's why those are in my room in a very prominent spot, so people see them.
Okay, because you mentioned in the video that you saw that WrestleMania 12 match, the Iron Man match, and then that when Shawn Michaels won the title, he cemented his that was his boyhood dream.
Yes.
So is that the defining moment that you decided to become a wrestler?
I think I always wanted to be a wrestler, but I think that was the first time that it was kind of advertised to viewers hey, he liked wrestling while he was growing up, and look at him now. And no one else had ever been depicted like that. So it really hit home for me as a kid who loved wrestling that okay, look what's possible. That's why I always loved the whole boyhood dream scenario.
Do you feel that was the defining moment though? What made you decide to become a wrestler?
I mean, I just wanted to do my whole life, but that made it more obtainable in my head, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for the interview.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Here at the Awesome Toy Show, and I just wanted to show my table that I had of figures for sale. So I collected a lot of Jacks when I was a kid, and I'm also a big UFC fan as well. And I wanted to show everyone my Bret Hart collection. So I have pretty much all the Bret Hart figures. These aren't for sale. This is my personal collection. This is the custom figure that I got. Tom Veg did the head scan, and Unboxed Alliance did the face paint for me. And as well, I have my essential oils. That's part of my wellness side hustle that I'm doing here. And also a lot of mock figures for sale. And right beside my booth is another table, Pure Fandom. So this is Tom. Tom, can you tell me a little bit about what you got for sale?
I got luchador masks. I got Spider-Man masks. I got lightsabers. I got Ric Flair replica robes. I got WWE event shirts. Even more lucha masks. some WWE and AEW toys.
Can I see the light?
Yeah, absolutely. Here, this one's the more impressive one.
All right.
This is the Xenopixel blade.
Yeah.
It's based off of Luke Skywalker's lightsaber.
Right.
And it does, it has LED pixels in the blades.
Okay.
And it makes it do different tricks where the baselit one's just the light on. So here, check it out.
Wow.
Would you like to hold it? Here.
I don't know, is it heavy?
Ah, you
Okay.
got it.
It's all right. Okay, not too bad. I can hold it.
Strong with her.
I'm not strong. I'm not strong. Hi everyone, I'm here with my friend Terrence, and he makes AEW cards.
Garbage Pail Kids will never ever do the AEW treatment, so I did it myself. Right here, inaugural 10-card set, you have the Blended Bucks. You have Luchasaurus stomping his way through the ring. You have Malachi Black, head off, don't care. You've got Evil Uno. You got the Hangman, alcohol, yeah. Got the Hangman, edit that. We've got Britt Baker and Talkin' Tony right there. We got MJF messing you up if you don't respect the ring. We've got Combustible Cole, Adam Bomb, baby. We've got Homeless Eddie Kingston making the throne, making himself king wherever he goes. Finally, we got Snotty Danhausen, and guess what? Just right here today at the Awesome Toy Show, Snotty Danhausen in hologram form. Every single one of my pack comes with a hologram. 1 in 10 comes with an actual sketch card done by either me or a certified Garbage Pail Kid tops artist himself. They're available at Mad Mod Poet God. Just message me at Mad Mod Poet God on Instagram. Anytime you want to, we'll gladly set it up. Back to you, Rose.
All right, there you go, guys. Check him out on Instagram, okay? Hi, Daryl.
Hi, how are you?
Good, you?
Good.
Okay, so Daryl has a lot of wrestling figures for sale.
I do.
What do you have?
Oh God, we got everything from ultimates to elites to some basics. We even got the Funko Pops and the belts going on.
Okay, and what's your website again?
Darnum.ca. I don't
So it's called Darnum Toys and Collectibles.
scan and follow on the sign up here.
Oh,
Take a look there.
so Oh, there's more there too, I think.
All kinds of stuff. We're even getting our Andre the Giant soon.
Andre the Giant. Okay. Hot Wheels. Hi. Okay. And what did you get signed today?
Well, today we're at the Awesome Toy Show, of course, and I met Kurt Hawkins, aka Brian Myers. So I got his Elite Regular Edition sign in green paint, commemorating his 04 269th streak. Also got a Heels and Faces Brian Myers signed in nice light blue Posca. And of course, these are my favorite items here. The Major Chicago 2-pack, signed by Matt Cardona, as well as Brian Myers. I got Matt a couple of months ago when he was in town at Silver Snail Comic Shop. And then today, Brian finished it off here. Added his moniker Pip number 33. And the final items, I completed the MJ and Scotty set. Again, Cardona a couple months ago, and Brian Myers today. So it was quite a fun, eventful day, meeting Brian, seeing all the wrestling fans come by the table and talking wrestling and so forth. And thanks for Rose for hosting this event here.
Oh, yes. This is my table, guys.
The only thing I'm upset about is she had me sitting behind this sign, massage for $10.
And I didn't give a massage?
So I got a lot of indecent proposals today.
All right, check him out. Check out Ryan. What's your Instagram handle again?
It's Retro WWF Collector.
Okay, and he's got lots of signed jacks.
Jack's Classics, signed Metal Elites, any of the retro 80s, 90s, up to the Attitude Era. That's what I prefer to collect. So if you like checking out that stuff, follow me on Instagram.
Hey, anything you want to say about your store?
Hey, what's up? I want to say, well, my store is the best store in the city for urban art supplies, blind boxes, trading cards, vintage trading cards, and also for having a bunch of wrestling marks, you know what I mean? We do that stuff. We have great artists that work there. We feature great artists' artwork. We've just been a staple in the city for a long time. Right in Chinatown, 389 Spadina, Toronto Collective, toronto-collective.com. And here's my kids. Check out my amazing kids. Yes. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Nice interview, right? Yeah.
Thank
Ruined
you.
by the kids.
Okay. Get all the cards. Any wrestling?
Over there. There's a couple over there.
Oh, here.
Why are you guys so rude for?
WCW. And the AEW cards.
And I have like the old school ones right there too.
Oh, the old school ones. Oh. Hi guys, I'm here with Mega J. He's on YouTube. What's your YouTube channel?
Mega J Retro.
Mega J.
Mega J Retro.
Okay, retro. All right. And what do you have for sale today?
Whatever. Hey, well, it's all the stuff I love. You know, like the action figures from my past, right? A lot retro has been in you know, the last couple of years. We have Master Universe here. We've got AEW up there, which is part of what the show is all about. We got Star Wars, Transformers, Power Rangers, Marvel Legends, pretty much everything under the sun. But it has to do with you know, what I love to do. So.
Okay. And is there any particular brand that you like?
Oh, Master Universe is my biggest thing. I love Master Universe. So He-Man, She-Ra, Teela, you know, all these guys. This is my jam right there. That's
Okay. So if someone was new to your YouTube channel, like what do you have on there?
Well, basically, it's me reliving my past, right? So it's all about me collecting these things. This is basically it. Me collecting getting back my collection from when I was a kid. That's really what it. Like, for instance, these are pretty much almost nearly identical to what they were back in the 1980s, right? They're coming back in a big way, and for me that's huge, right? And my audience is mostly into the same things. So I go on toy hunts. I talk about the up and coming action figures that we can find in the wild, and I also talk about you know, the nostalgia of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. That's what my channel's all about.
Okay. So have you been collecting since a kid?
No, believe it or not, well, of course, when I was a kid, I was collecting. I have some toys from, you know, way back when I was a kid. My mom kept everything. So I still have my Snake Mountain. I still have Brave Star. I still have so many of the figures I have. But about 4 years ago, they started going back retro for many of these action figures like He-Man, Star Wars, G.I. Joe. Like these ones here, the G.I. Joes on this side, right? So that's when I started getting back into it. And believe it or not, all of this, and at least 3 times more in my house, I only started 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So guys, check them out. And anything else you want to say?
Yeah. So what's your channel about? I'm curious. Yeah.
Rose, it's Rose Excellence. So I'm mainly like a big wrestling fan.
Oh, awesome.
So when I go to like wrestling events, I do like wrestling event vlogs. I interview some wrestlers and I show off my wrestling figure collection.
That's so awesome. Right?
Yeah.
And you guys got quite the collection over there. And I actually did an entire tour of the facility, and it was great. And then when I went over to your table, I was looking at all the mixed martial arts figures, and of course all the wrestling figures, and of course that great Bret Hart collection. Like, oh my God, like the Hart Foundation, just
Well, he's my favorite wrestler because
Canadian royalty.
Well, I
Canadian
named
royalty.
my name Rose Excellence
you
after
go.
the excellence of execution.
Right? That's right. That's exactly what it is. Right? The sharpshooter. You gotta represent. That's how you do these things.
Yeah.
Have you met Bret Hart?
Oh, like over like 10
Couple times, eh?
dozen times. I
That's
think.
awesome.
Yeah.
Right? And what's he like in real life? I've never met him.
Oh, like he's really nice.
Is he really
Yeah,
nice?
very humble.
Yeah.
He loves his fans.
Seriously.
Yeah,
right?
he's really nice.
Holy
Yeah.
God. And he comes from a whole line of wrestlers. Like his whole family's into wrestling. It's crazy. They have a school, don't they? Don't they actually have a wrestling?
They had a school. I think like the Hart brothers had opened
Yeah.
up a school. I'm not sure if it still exists, but it's out in Calgary.
Ah, that's right. Yeah. Are they still? Do they have anybody in active right now in their family, or is they're pretty much retired now? Like he got into the Hall of Fame 5 years ago, something like that.
2005.
Wow, holy crap! That's
Maybe it's 2006.
2006.
Because I went there. I drove down to Chicago.
Oh, you actually watched it? Wow. See, now that's dedication. That's what I'm talking about, guys. If you guys got to follow this young lady. You know, this is what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. I love what you're doing. You know, like definitely 100%. I think you're gonna go far. So,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do need a catchphrase though. You got to say something.
A catchphrase? I don't know. I'll have to think of one. Okay. Okay.
You got to say something like "sharp as a rose,"
Oh,
right?
I can cut like a rose.
Yeah, you cut it like a rose.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, guys, I can cut like a rose. Out. I wanted to show you my.
Wrestling fan, Rose Excellence, motherfucker.